In the basement this afternoon, tinkering around. Bought a bunch of plastic fittings. 99.9% of them I can't use. I'm going to take them back. I'm not going to do a really elaborate dust collection system. Basically all I want is a dust separator set up here. And I'll just periodically reach over there and grab my vacuum and do whatever vacuuming I need to do around the workbench here. I'm not going to do a whole lot of elaborate dust collecting system. I need to go to Harbor Freight's where I need to go and pick me up one of them cyclone things. Watch a couple of videos here while I'm tinkering around.
What's up, my people? We got to live extra big today. Chicks, good luck. This is real deal. I agree. Go, go, go.
Ready, amigos?
Yes. I love it so much.
I need to go get my mouse. I hate these little finger control things. I got a wireless mouse upstairs somewhere. Alright, my friends, this is my separator. We don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try. I cut a hole in it. This fitting's off my swimming pool where the vacuum hooks to the side of the swimming pool. Can't buy them fittings just anywhere. I suppose you could buy one at a swimming pool place. I cut a hole for that, and since it's too thick for this thin plastic lid, I made a wooden washer out of a piece of my oak. And this is just an old used PVC fitting that's already been glued together. I sawed it off because it's got this threaded portion. Use that for a nut. I thought about putting some glue under there. I'll almost see if it'll vacuum without that in case I ever need to take it apart and reuse it. Just going to snug it up like that. Okay. Vacuum's going to be outside, right, folks? That other end of that hose there hooks to the vacuum outside. This comes through the window. It shoves right down in there. Now, I put a 90-degree elbow in the side of this bucket to get a cyclone effect of the sawdust going around. This old hose off of my shop back out in the garage, I stole the hose off me. My glue might not be dry yet because I'm not going to jam it in there tight. My hot glue might be still soft. Yeah, it's still got some warmth to it. But this bucket will be sitting right there. With this top on it. Remember, this goes out to the vacuum cleaner. Okay, we'll imagine that's hooked to the vacuum cleaner. Now, the vacuum will be outside running, and I'm sure I'll be able to hear it, but it won't be all that loud. Spider webs. I've tried every fitting I had in the house, and this is the best I could come up with. If the hot glue don't hold, then I'll have to come up with something else. But I got a hose here where I can vacuum the whole workbench. And if it works anything like the videos I've seen on YouTube, this is not the way other people made it exactly. This is the way Pwalpar made it. I'm hoping the sawdust will collect in here instead of going out to the shop vac. Then we'll have to change the filter all the time. Instead, you just take this lid off, take you a bucket of sawdust to a garbage bag or somewhere and dispose of it. Put that back on, you're ready to go again without having to go out there and change the filter on your shop vac all the time. Now I thought about putting in a more permanent dust collecting system, but for now this is what I'm going to use. I think I'll make a little collar or half a table that this will fit onto, so it'll suck dirt when I'm sanding with my drum sander on this drill press. I need to find a fitting. That don't fit. If we get a rubber hose, we have to hook straight to the shop vac. I mean to the scroll saw. I was going to use these swimming pool vacuum hoses, but they're really too big. Yeah, I can't use them. By George, that fits on there though. A little stretching. Might be able to put a hose clamp on this and an adapter. I think I can come up with a better hose than that though. I could use my shop vac right here in the house, for that matter. As far as testing it, I won't have to go through the window right yet. But I think I better let my hot glue get a lot more dry than what it is now. Oh, what the heck. Let's do it. Let's do our thing here. Right. That doofunker on there. Put this doofunker on here. This doofunker is going to go right here. I'm not pushing it together tight because I'm going to break my glue. Here goes nothing, folks. I hope my bucket don't cave in. Need a brush. That ain't a brush, but that's a fitting. Need a longer hose. You know, it just occurred to me, I never did snap the lid down on my bucket. But I got a hunch that vacuum sucked it down on there. No, it's not on there real tight. Probably should have snapped that down better. Well, George, we got some dust, buddy. We got dirt. We're going to call this thing a partial success. What little bit of suction I lose on there, due to the fact I didn't put any sealant around there, probably ain't much. I was losing half my suction right here around the rim of this can. Now, hopefully when I'm down here working, especially at night when my wife is asleep, the vacuum will be outside running. She won't hear that loud shop vac running. Okay, we gotta secure the can down with a bungee cord or something, or I'll be done yanked it off every time I get to pulling on the hose. I think I'll just make a hole in the bench here and bungee cord that thing right to the workbench. Tomorrow we'll hook up the vacuum outdoors, make a hole through my plexiglass window. Oh, George, I think it works. I should have had one of them a long time ago. Now that I got the hang of it, I can make more than one. It was quite a trip yesterday when I was cutting my plexiglass. It's good 3/8 inch thick plexiglass. And I took the jigsaw. I started out with a over here on the scroll saw, but it was too big. So I went outside on the sawhorse and got my jigsaw and started sawing it. And it was going through there just fine. But the problem was the saw cut behind me was welding itself back shut. The plastic was re-welding itself all the way across. but it was weak enough that I could take a pair of pliers and break it off after I had sawed it. I'm sure the heat from the blade is what was doing it. If I'd have went slow, probably could get through there without melting the plastic too bad. I got no idea what they normally cut plexiglass with, but I did succeed in putting the, well, I don't have it in there right now. Here it is right here. And I did succeed in cutting it out. So kind of a rough cut, and this hole here I cut in there just so I could have a thumb hole or finger hole to snap it into place out there. That's how snug it fits. You need to snap it in there. And I just happen to have this piece of plexiglass over there on my desk. I have no more, so had I broke it, I would just be out of luck. Tomorrow we'll work on our thing some more. But my dust separator is what we're going to call this thing. And what I've seen on different YouTube videos, if you can collect your sawdust and dirt in this without having to change your paper filter all the time in your shop vac, you can make that booger barrel last a long time. And the one advantage I got here, providing it continues to work good for me, is I'm getting a noisy shop vac out of the house. Some people put their bucket and the shop vac in a cart in their garage and roll it around like a little wagon or cart around their shop. That's people that don't care to, do not mind hearing the shop vac run. But my idea was to quieten things down a little bit. I had a busy day, so we're going to quit early today. But there you go, my friends, Pwalpar's dust separator. I'll show you real quick that fitting off that swimming pool. Here's another one. See, I took one of these fittings and just sawed that off. This screws right in right there. But since it doesn't quite screw all the way, it leaves a gap that's thicker than the thickness of my bucket. That's why I cut the oak washer and put on there. Then when I snugged it up, it's downright tight. So, don't ask me what you call that duplicate there, but if you wanted to use one of these to build a shop vac, any swimming pool supply place would have them. But let's call it a day, my friends. Thanks for tuning in.